Hello traders, very good afternoon, and this is episode 63. So first of all, very sorry that I was not able to create the videos, post-market analysis videos, and the reason is so the internet cable has been cut off thanks to the corporation guys, and so I'm using mobile data, so I was not able to I didn't had any good internet connection. That's why. So today again I got another new connection, and that's why I'm able to do some trades. So then I thought let me just quickly share today's analysis. So okay, before I share today's analysis, just to give a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for everyone. Also, whatever information I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related. So with that, let's quickly look at how the auction developed, and let me just quickly share my screen. So since the last couple of days, what I'm seeing, what is happening is so these are the I would say these are the 3 days which I missed. So basically this was the balance, and then it broke above the balance, and now today we are seeing some continuation. Okay. So this is what currently I'm seeing. So let me jump to the daily chart. And on the daily chart, if you see, this is the all-time high, and this I was anticipating it to be clear. Plus, since the last couple of days, what the auction was doing is it broke the 20 EMA, and then it again tried to enter into this balance. Okay, so this is how the auction is currently developing. So what does this signify? Okay, if you ask me, what does this signify? So this signifies that at levels. So basically, this was the last, I would say, the level of support. Wherein strong demand was present, and that's what we are seeing. So this is where the buyers started to step in, and then we are seeing that currently buyers are in control, and I'm expecting this high also to be getting clear. So one data point is the weak high has been taken out. Second data point is we are still having that demand zone, strong demand zone which is present currently in the auction. Okay, so now let me quickly jump to the market profile chart, and I'll share what has happened. So we look back. Okay, so I actually was, anyways, I'm using a continuous contract. So one of the region which I was actually looking at is this level when the auction reached below 12,000. Okay, so below 12,000, if you see, there were a lot of, so there was a sort of balancing which was happening. And this is the demand zone, which I was talking about. This is where, the active buyers were present. So once the auction came within this range, that's where, they started to step in. And if you see, this is where, the buyers were stepping in. Okay. So this level is 11,970. So now if I go to the current market scenario, what is happening is, so what we are seeing is, so this time it was trading in a balance. So this was a balance. Then the auction, it broke below the balance. Okay, it broke below the balance, and then then we had an inside day. So we had one more balance. The third day, what had happened is it looked below the balance. It looked below the balance, and if you see where is the close, the close again closed within this balance. Okay, so this was indicating that the buyers will be stepping in. Buyers will be stepping in. So I was actually looking at how the auction opens on the 9th of January. So if you see, this is the open, and so there were also the single print level. There were a couple of stops which were built here. Okay, plus there were stops built here, stops built above this balance. Okay, so there were multiple data points, which was giving me, in a hindsight, that like this is where the stop losses are. This is where the buyers are present. So if the open is again, of the 9th of January is here, again we'll be seeing a sort of retest, and then we'll be clearing out this high. Okay. So this is what I was expecting, and what happened is the open on the 9th of January was already, so it was already a gap up opening, and then it sort of formed a double distribution, and so it basically, the stops which were built, they were easily hunted. Okay, and today what I was expecting is further continuation to the upside, clearing out this poor high, or this reference, the weak high, and then the clustered highs. So this is the overall scenario, or the auction development which I'm seeing is. So if we see today's auction, how it is developed. Okay, so one of the area is the open. So the open was above the yesterday's high. So the yesterday's reference was the yesterday's high, yesterday's point of control, and yesterday's low. Okay, plus there was this HVN, this there was this one more. Okay, so if you see, as I'm extending or as I'm drawing, this HVN acted as a level of support, wherein this is the A period low, wherein buyers started to again step in, and in the B period is where they took the option high, and in the CDE, then it was just one time framing high, clearing out the weaker references which were built. Okay. So this is what has happened. So what I was thinking is why the auction is going higher. Okay, the reason why auction is going higher is because it is finding sellers or also new business. So that is what the market was trying to do. So, but what has happened is once it reached this level, sorry, not this, the rectangle. So once it reached the all-time high, once it cleared the all-time high, that's where again the sellers started to step in, and they were just, so if you see, this is where the sellers or emotional sellers started to step in, and then they took the entire auction down. So now what I'm expecting is, so there are some couple of references. So one is this point of control, one is this HVM, one is the lows. Other structures are this gap. Okay, so these are the levels which I'm seeing or which I'm expecting to be getting cleared, and then again buyers will start to step in, and then again we will be seeing some sharp upmove. Okay, so a lot of choppiness is what I'm seeing. A lot of choppiness is what I'm expecting or anticipating. Because the current high, we have a very small excess. This is not a good high, or not a good all-time high. So more choppiness is what I'm expecting in the Nifty's auction. Okay. So let's see. So today is Friday. Let's see Monday. Over the weekend, maybe. So the U.S.-Iran war tension is still going on. So there might be some change, or what may see is we may see a gap of opening. And let me just open the NSE India, and let me just see the option chain. Where we are seeing the maximum OI. So for Nifty, this is for, okay, let me go to the monthly expiry. So for the monthly expiry, what I'm seeing is, so highest OI is in the 12,000 range. Okay, that is what I'm seeing. So what I'll do is, so this is where I'm seeing, so this is the level of support, and the level of resistance where I'm seeing is 12,500. Okay, so these are the two reference lines which I'll be carrying forward, because this is having the maximum open interest, and so this is the monthly expiry, and so this will be the level. So currently, if we look at the all-time high, the all-time high is at 12,356. Okay, but compared to the OI, 12,500. So I'm looking for further more upside movements, and expecting that some all-time high needs to be shown up, or else we'll be still seeing some choppiness. Okay, so that is the analysis for Nifty. Let me now jump to Bank Nifty. Okay. So in Bank Nifty, what we are seeing is 20 EMA is acting as a strong level of support. Plus there was this gap. Okay, and Bank Nifty, the all-time high is still intact. Okay, so this level has not been touched. Okay. So further continuation to the higher side is what I'm expecting, and so there are some couple of supply zone which are present here. So I'll be just waiting, how the auction develops. Okay. Let me quickly jump to the NSE chart and see from the option analysis where is the support and resistance. Okay. So maximum OI which I'm seeing is around 31,500. Okay, from the put side. So this is the support, and here I'm seeing around 26,000. So 32,500. Okay, so this is a 1,000 point range, which I'm expecting, and wherein strong people will come in, strong auction will happen. So currently 32,500 that already has been. So 32,500, I think it will be achieved pretty soon. Okay. So let me quickly jump to the market profile chart, and what I'm seeing in Bank Nifty is first of all very poor trade facilitation. Second thing is the range. If you see the range, the range is getting shrink. Okay, so we are in a very tight range. So plus if you see, this is the level of I would say resistance. This is where again mechanical sellers started to step in, and they just trying to take the auction down. Okay. So this is the where the this is the resistance level. This also is the single print zone. Okay. So I'm expecting first of all to clear this zone. So first of all to clear this zone, and see further more continuation to the upside up to the 32,500 level, and that target is not very far. A second thing which I'm seeing is this gap needs to be filled, because this is not a good option. This is not a good trade facilitation which is happening. The Bank Nifty. So that is what I'm seeing in Bank Nifty, and in Reliance, what we are having is we are slowly and steadily, So this was a bigger balance. So out a bit. Okay. So Reliance was in a very tight range or a tight balance, and we are still trading in that balance. Okay, plus 1510 is the level of demand. So there is strong demand which is present at this. So buyers would be stepping in, and they will be taking the auction higher. Plus we have this gap which is here, which has not been filled, which has not been filled at all, and I'm expecting this gap to be filled. Okay? So this is what I'm expecting in the balance. Now let me jump to, let me see. So this was the balance. Let me, yeah. So yeah, so I'm seeing much upper side. So if you see, a good effort has been taken from the buyers, and from the sellers is very poor. So there is a big gap here, and there is a small gap. Buyers are trying very hard to take the auction. So that's what I'm seeing in Reliance. Now let me jump to crude oil. So in crude oil, if you see, this was the all-time high. This is the all-time high, and that's where the rejection started happening. And this was again the second supply zone. So after that, we are seeing a sharp decline, and now we are seeing further continuation downside. I'm expecting it to reach up to the 200 EM. Okay, so that is what I'm expecting. So let me jump to the market profile chart, and so the weaker levels, which we had. Okay, so the weaker levels, this weekly low, then there was this peacock. So all these are the weaker levels, which I shared earlier, and they are all getting, currently getting. So what I'm expecting is first the weaker levels to be clear, and the the auction goes down to find new buyers. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the buyers to again step in and then take the option up. Okay, so that is what currently I'm seeing in crude oil. And with that, I'll be ending this session. And would thank you for staying till this time to the video, and understanding what market profile. Also, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, to my Telegram channel, to my website, and also don't feel free, or feel free to like the video and press the bell icon. Okay. So with that, I'm ending this session, and let's connect again on Monday and see how the auction develops. Thank you, and bye for now.